Good afternoon and welcome to my YouTube channel, Martinjohngetclean, cocaine addiction and alcohol addiction. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. You can also send me your thoughts and comments, which I'll be very grateful for, at my email address, which is martinjohngetclean@hotmail.com. You can also give me a follow on my Instagram account, which is Martinjohngetclean. You can also private message me via social media. I had a very interesting meeting this morning with a very close friend of mine and a very well-read man. We had some breakfast and he made a statement which I found very interesting, and I'd like to ask you to send me your thoughts and comments on the subject matter. He said to me, a lot of his friends say to him, you know, Martinjohngetclean, what's his system? You know, how does he get clean? What does he do? What's the secret? How does he do it? You know, what's the plan, etc, etc, etc. We got into a brief conversation, and like I say, he's a very well-read man, very streetwise, and a very close personal friend of mine. And we got to a point when we was discussing certain groups that are set up to help people with cocaine addiction and alcohol addiction. Now, please understand, I'm not by any means or forms having a pop at these people. You know, any way that you get clean from drug addiction and alcohol addiction and many other addictions, they do a wonderful job, and everyone's got their place, everyone's got their avenue they wish to go down to try and get clean from cocaine and alcohol, in my case. But my argument is this: certain groups, without telling names, which is not, you know, not the thing to do, but certain groups, well-known groups, say that you have to surrender, that you have to surrender, and you need to take on a mentor or a sponsor for you to do your 90-day program, which means you visit it for 90 days, and you've got to surrender, and the power is not in yourself, it's outside of your reach, it's out of your system, it's out of your tools in the bag. So, you know, the power that you need to get clean, you've got to reach out somewhere else. You know, it's not within. Well, my argument with that is complete rubbish. I'm sorry, I'm going to upset a few people, and like I say, I don't mean anything offensive by it. You know, my own method of getting clean is this: it doesn't matter what therapist you see, what group you go to, what rehab program you go through, on a Friday night or any night of the week, when you're craving for a drink, cocaine, weed, many other drugs, in my case it was cocaine and alcohol, you can't go to a meeting. You know, if you ring someone up and they're a sponsor or they're your mentor, etc, 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 it doesn't matter what people say to you on the end of the telephone. There's only one person, in my opinion, is going to get you clean, and it is yourself. No one knows you better than yourself. You've got your secrets, your unusual ways, you know, your character, your makeup. No one knows you better than yourself. You know, and people always disagree with me and say to me, Martin, not everyone's got your mindset. You know, we can't all get clean. We need help. We need inspiration. I know about inspiration. You can take advice and knowledge from very well-read people. You can get the ingredients, but only you can put it together. And that is my argument with certain groups. You know, you can't go to a meeting on a Friday night or a Monday night or a Sunday night for some inspiration and look outside the box for other power because you haven't got it. It don't happen. The only way, in my opinion, is to tackle it yourself. Yeah, it's hard, it's fucking hard. But when you can take back control of your mind, your thought and your actions, you're on your way. If you get a craving, you turn to yourself for strength. Use all your terrible memories, your sadness, your dramas, your panic attack, your anxiety. Think about all those moments when you was in bits. You've lied to your family, You've lied to yourself. You let yourself down. You've done it over and over and over again. That's a weird way of attacking it, Mark. No, it's not. When you get a craving, think of those moments as much as you can, almost so your head's going to blow up, because that is your body armour. You can't get on a phone or go to a meeting and come out there thinking, yeah, I'm strong, because most people that I've come across, no offence, tell me they come out of meetings feeling very, very depressed and very low and have to score a bit of gear. Not everyone. I'm not saying that in everyone's case, because like I say, certain groups, people do get clean. Fantastic. I'm using my own opinion, which is blunt, brutal and real. The only way you're going to get clean and maintain staying clean is the biggest secret. Not just about, oh, I'm clean. Maintain it. That's the difficult part. You need to build strength up in your own mind. Turn to yourself when you want some inspiration, when you want some powerful, proud and proper words. Turn to yourself. It'll always be a winner in my book. That's the only way as far as I'm concerned. Like I say again, I don't mean to upset certain groups and individuals. Everyone's entitled to an opinion. And I would say this. Someone said something to me the other day, oh, you're not a professional. You're not a professional therapist or a doctor or a psychologist or someone from Harley Street. I've never ever said I was. But let me tell you something. No offence to them people in Harley Street, rehab, doctors, one-to-one counselling, no offence. Me personally, if you ask me to get on an aeroplane with a man that's got 30 years experience flying planes, or if you ask me to get on an aeroplane with a man that's just done a degree and a 3-year course, but he's got no experience, what would you rather do? I know where I'd be going. I'd be going with the fella that's got 30 years under his belt. I'm not interested about pieces of paper with your qualifications. I know that you study and it's an achievement, magic. But to me, you can't buy experience. You need to be with a man that's lived it, that knows exactly what it does to your mind, your body, your thoughts and everything else that goes along with it. Because most people are going to be able to connect. You understand? I'm not condemning people with certificates, been to college, university. They haven't lived it. They haven't had the feelings, the dramas, the sadness, the whole fucking shebang nightmare. They don't know what it feels like. They just read and study. It's not the real deal. I don't care whether you send me rude comments. I'm blunt, I'm brutal, but I'm fucking real. I had to put this post up on YouTube. Please send me your comments and your thoughts. If you really want to get clean, you've got to go it alone, solo. It's the only way, because you will maintain it and it will long last you for the rest of your life. You won't slip up because you're too strong. You can't rely on other people. You can't rely on other powers outside of your own system. It ain't going to happen. You can rely on no one in life in general. We all know that. If you've got to go and work on a pound note, only you are going to do it. No one's going to give it to you on a fucking plate. Apart from the very few people that are lucky enough to be in that position. No offence. Remember, read my book. Send me your thoughts and comments. If you don't like it or it don't work, I'll refund you the £10. There's a 6-week plan in the back of this book, the plan that I use to get clean from cocaine and alcohol. Over 30 years I was an addict. I was captured. I couldn't connect with groups. I couldn't connect with one-to-one people. I couldn't connect with doctors, therapy, rehab. It didn't work for me. It didn't seem real. It didn't click in my mind. I needed a big wake-up call. And that wake-up call was myself. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be brutal. But I'm telling you, people of social media, go solo. It's the only way. Build every single day from the minute you wake up. I've said this time and time again, yeah? Do one thing every day. At the end of the week, you've got 7 things you've done. You're building strong. You don't have to rely on outside powers. Rely on yourself. Never, ever, 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 ever doubt yourself. That is the golden rule. Martin John Get Clean. Never doubt your own power, men or women. A woman once said to me, I tried to go into a priory, a sort of like a rehab place to do a speech. She wouldn't have me in there. She went, oh, your mindset, not everyone can relate to it. What a load of bollocks. I'm no one special, but I took it upon myself to get clean because I knew that I was the only person that knew me back to front. You go and sit with someone, you're going to tell lies. You're never going to tell them the truth. You don't want to. You feel ashamed. You feel embarrassed. You're going to hold things back. That's going to trigger you off to score a bit of gear. Get Clean, Martin John. Look it up. Amazon. Amazon Books UK. Google Books. You can purchase it from the publisher. www.sjhpublishing.com. And it's not about financial gain. I've got to tell you this once again. It is not about financial gain. This is about connecting with people that send me messages that mean the world to me. I've got them clean and they've maintained it. It's going to be a tough ride. And I'm not condemning other groups. I'll say that again at the end of this. No way. They all do a wonderful job. But a lot of people that I've come across, say they just can't get the connection. They can't get the connection. They come out of a meeting, they're up, they're down, they're on it, they're off it, they're on it, they're off it. Follow me on Instagram, Martin John Get Clean. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Martin John Get Clean, cocaine addiction and alcohol addiction. Send me an email, martinjohngetclean@hotmail.com. I hope this post goes out to people and it reaches people. It might come across brutal and you're an ignorant man, Martin. You think you know it all. No. But I know about cocaine addiction and alcohol addiction, exactly what it does to your mind, your body, the whole fucking ride. Make your move. You make the move, not fucking someone else. You can listen to a man like me, which is rare. Use my experience to put it into your mind. With your experience and mine together combined, you've got a solid unit. We can go to fucking graft. We can make it work. You can make it happen. Build strong. Shock yourself. You'll never look back. Enjoy your Sunday. God bless.